The Galactic Council Hall was full of light and noise. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in long rows, floating, standing, or resting on strange thrones. This was the place where the fate of worlds was decided. In the center of the hall stood one small figure, a human man. He was tall for his kind, but still looked weak compared to the others. Around him were beings with metal skin, glowing eyes, long claws, and massive bodies. Many of them were smiling. Some were laughing openly. "This is Earth's prototype," one alien asked. "A soft body, slow reflexes, and short life." Another said, "Is this a joke?" Laughter spread through the hall. The human did not move. His hands were tied, but his back was straight. His face showed no fear. He looked forward, calm and silent, as if he had already accepted this moment. Earth had been invited to the council only once before. Long ago, the galaxy had watched humans. Grover had tested them, studied them, and then rejected them. Too emotional, too fragile, too unpredictable. Earth was labeled a failed experiment. Now, for reasons unknown, a human prototype had been brought back before the council, not to join them, but to be judged one last time. High above the hall sat the alien queen. She ruled one of the oldest and strongest empires in the galaxy. Her face was cold, her eyes sharp. She watched the human as if he were already dust. Then, something unexpected happened. Beside the queen stood the alien princess. She was young by royal standards, curious, and known for asking dangerous questions. While the others laughed, she did not smile. Her eyes were locked on the human dot. She saw something no one else cared to see. The way he stood, the way he did not beg, the way he faced the entire galaxy alone. The princess took a slow step forward. "Mother," she said. The hall slowly grew quiet. "I want him." The words echoed through the council chamber. At first, no one reacted. Then confusion spread like fire. What did she say? Did she mean the human? This must be a joke. The queen turned sharply. Her eyes widened, not in fear, but in disbelief. "You want him?" the queen asked. "Do you understand what you are saying?" The princess nodded. "Yes." Laughter returned, louder than before. Some aliens hit their thrones in amusement. Others shook their heads. Her princess choosing a failed species. This is madness. Humans are weak. The human finally looked up for a brief moment. His eyes met the princess's. There was no hope in his gaze. No expectation. Only acceptance. That was what shocked her the most. The queen raised her hand, and silence fell again. "You speak without thought," the queen said. "That creature is a prototype that even its creators could not perfect." The princess did not step back. "Or," she said calmly, "it is a design no one here understands." The queen's expression hardened. "You would risk our honor for this? You would challenge the council?" "Yes," the princess replied, "I would." A low murmur filled the hall. The laughter was gone now, replaced by unease. The queen leaned forward. "Very well," she said, "but know this. If you choose him, you choose his fate. And if he fails, Earth will answer for it." The human heard the words. He understood. Enough. For the first time, he spoke. "If my failure saves my world," he said quietly, "then it is worth it." The council fell completely silent. No one laughed anymore. And in that moment, the galaxy realized something had changed. After the council hall went silent, the human was taken away. Heavy doors closed behind him, and guards led him into a holding chamber made of cold metal and blue light. The galaxy still whispered his name, human. Across the council worlds, humans were known as a mistake. Long ago, the great alien empires had searched for new intelligent life. They had found Earth, a small blue planet full of noise and chaos. At first, the aliens were hopeful. Humans learned fast. They built tools. They dreamed of the stars. But the hope did not last. Humans fought each other. They cried, loved, hated, and made choices based on feelings instead of logic. Their bodies broke easily. Their lives were short. To the galaxy, humans were unstable. The report was clear. Earth species, emotionally driven, physically weak, high risk. The galaxy moved on. Earth was left behind. Now, the princess stood alone in her private chamber, staring at a floating screen. On it were old recordings of human history, wars, disasters, loss, yet she kept watching. She saw humans rebuild cities after they fell, She saw them protect children during fire and flood. She saw soldiers stand when they knew they would not survive. Again and again, humans refused to stop. The Queen entered the chamber silently. "You should not waste your time," the Queen said. "They were rejected for good reason." The princess did not turn. "They feel," the princess said. "That is why they were rejected." "Feeling makes them weak," the Queen replied. "They break under pressure." The princess finally faced her mother. "No," she said softly. "They bend, and then they rise." The Queen paused. Emotion was dangerous. That was what the galaxy believed. Emotion made species act without control. But the princess saw something else. She saw courage. In the holding chamber, the human sat alone. He had no weapons, no armor, only his thoughts. He knew the odds. He knew Earth had no allies. If he failed, his planet could be erased. Fear touched him, but it did not rule him. He remembered his world, its oceans, its skies, its people. He did not think of glory. He thought of survival. Back in the council archives, the princess opened a classified file. Human psychology, she read slowly. Humans could endure pain longer than most species. They could operate while injured. They could act even when hope was low. One line caught her attention. When bonded, humans show extreme loyalty. The princess closed the file. That was it. Humans were not built to dominate the galaxy. They were built to protect what they loved. The Queen summoned the council advisors. "This human will be tested," the Queen announced, "not as a symbol, but as proof." The advisors agreed. If the human failed, the princess would learn her lesson. If he succeeded, no one finished that thought. Guards entered the holding chamber. "The trials begin," one said. The human stood. He did not ask what the trials were. He did not ask for mercy. As he walked forward, alarms echoed through the ancient halls. Across the galaxy, eyes turned toward the council. They still believed humans were weak. They were about to be challenged, and the laughter of the galaxy was starting to fade. The trial chamber was larger than the council hall. Its walls were dark and smooth, covered with glowing symbols from many worlds. This was where species proved their worth to the galaxy. The human was brought to the center around him. Alien observers watched from high platforms. Some were curious. Most were certain of his failure. The Queen appeared above the chamber, her voice calm and cold. "This trial will show the truth," she said. "If humans are weak, the galaxy will see it. If they are not, we will reconsider." The princess stood beside her, silent but focused. The first test began. A heavy platform opened beneath the human's feet. Gravity increased suddenly. His body slammed downward. Strong alien warriors had passed this test with ease. The human did not. His knees bent. His breath became heavy. Pain spread through his muscles. Laughter returned from the stands. "He cannot handle basic pressure," one alien said. "He will collapse." But the human did not fall. Slowly, shaking, he forced himself upright. Every step felt like fire in his bones. Still, he moved forward. The timer ended. The chamber grew quiet. The second test followed immediately. Bright lights flashed, and loud sounds filled the room. Images of destruction appeared around him. This was a fear test, designed to break the mind. Many species screamed. Some attacked shadows. The human closed his eyes. His heart raced. Memories surfaced. Loss, failure, fear. He opened his eyes again. "I am still here," he whispered. The test ended. Whispers spread through the chamber. He endured it how? The final test was not announced with noise or lights. It came in silence. The human woke up inside a small chamber of clear energy walls. His body was weak from wounds, but his mind was awake. Across from him, a massive window showed empty space. Stars drifted slowly. The princess stood beside the Queen in the control room. "This test decides everything," the Queen said. "No strength, no weapons, only truth." The princess said nothing, but her hands were clenched. Inside the chamber, a voice spoke. "Final trial. Sacrifice." The human looked around. A screen appeared, showing Earth, cities, oceans, millions of lives. Then another image appeared, a massive alien station near the council worlds. If destroyed, it would save Earth. If protected, Earth would burn. The choice was cruel and clear. A lever rose from the floor. Van Pull would send energy to defend the station. The other would redirect power to protect Earth. That human understood immediately. If he saved Earth, the alien station would fall. Millions of aliens would die. If he saved the station, Earth would be erased. The galaxy watched in silence. "This is impossible," an alien whispered. "No species would choose another world over its own." The human stepped toward the lever. His breathing was slow. His face showed pain, not fear. The princess leaned forward. "Please," she whispered, unheard. The queen observed closely. This was the moment she expected humans to reveal their true nature. The human placed his hand on the lever. Memories filled his mind. His home, his people, everything he would lose. He closed his eyes. Then he turned the lever toward Earth. Energy surged. Alarms screamed. The alien station's shields dropped. Shock spread through the control room. "He chose his world," someone said. "Just like the rest." But before the queen could speak, something changed. The human collapsed. Energy readings spiked wildly. He redirected the flow, an advisor said in disbelief. He split the power. The system overloaded. The human had forced the system beyond its limits, sending partial energy to both targets. Both worlds survived, but the cost was clear. The energy backlash tore through the chamber. The human lay still, burned and broken. The princess screamed. Medical teams rushed in. The queen stood frozen. No species had ever tried this. No logic supported it. Only desperation and will. "He should be dead," a scientist said. "Any other being would be." But the human still breathed. Barely. Hours passed. The galaxy waited. Finally, the human opened his eyes. Weakly, he looked at the princess. "Did it work?" he asked. She nodded, tears in her eyes. "Yes," she said. "You saved both." A deep silence filled the council chambers across the stars. Fear replaced laughter. If humans could push impossible limits, break systems, and sacrifice everything, what else could they do? The queen turned away from the window. "The galaxy made a mistake," she said quietly. For the first time in thousands of years, the ancient rulers felt uncertainty, and uncertainty, to them, was fear. The humans survived, but the galaxy was forever changed. News of the final trials spread across star systems faster than light. Worlds that once laughed now watched in silence. The name human was no longer spoken with humor. It was spoken with caution. The human lay in a healing chamber, surrounded by soft light and quiet machines. His body was broken, but slowly repairing. Doctors from many species studied him in disbelief. "No being should live after that," one said. "Yet he does." The princess stayed near him every day. She did not speak much. She simply watched, waiting. When the human finally woke fully, the queen was there. She stood alone, without guards, without a throne. "He should not exist," the queen said honestly. "By every rule of this galaxy, you should be gone." The human tried to sit up, then stopped. "Rules break," he said weakly. "That's how humans move forward." The queen looked at him for a long moment. Then she bowed. It was a small movement, but it shook the galaxy. Before the full council, the queen spoke. "Earth was not a failed experiment," she said. "It was a challenge we were afraid to face." Screens showed recordings of the trials, the pain, the choice, the sacrifice. "You call humans weak," the queen continued, "because their bodies break. But you ignored what happens after." She looked around the hall. They stand again. The council voted that day. Earth was no longer labeled a prototype. It was named an emerging power, an ally. The laughter of the galaxy was officially ended. The princess stepped forward. She stood beside the human, who now wore simple ceremonial armor. Not royal, not powerful. Human. "I chose him," she said, "because humans choose others, even when it hurts." The queen placed a symbol of alliance between them. Not ownership, not control. Trust. Across the stars, old empires adjusted their defenses. New strategies were written, not against human weapons, against human will. The human returned to Earth as a representative, not a servant. He carried no crown, only a message. Do not mistake kindness for weakness. Earth listened. The galaxy watched. For the first time, humans were not underestimated. They were respected. And deep in the archives of the Galactic Council, one line was added to the records. The greatest error in galactic history was laughing at humanity, because a species that refuses to stay down is not weak, it is inevitable.